closely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to deploy.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeyer. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. A run for the quarterback. There he goes. Chewing up yardage along the way.
Keep it simple, stupid. The dive play. That's been in the football playbook since the beginning of time, and they just gashed him right up the middle of their defense.
The Cougars come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And off from the shotgun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football.
possession, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Well, they found some room on this opening drive, but now a chance for this defense to stand tall on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you talk about starting a game in style. You dream about getting to the quarterback and getting sacks. How about this? Back-to-back sacks for that young man on 2 plays. That is a dream start.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Here's a return from midfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the run. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had him at the midfield goal to the right. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Pulls and fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeyer. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cougar.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game. And they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moncrief. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Back over the field. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Canes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's shot. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Kendricks. There's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, BYU! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Kendricks. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Snap in the middle. It's shot. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Having enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Finds a tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
29 Philly.
From the gun. Give on the inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moncrief. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short game.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. The give to the lone running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, on the middle, try different things to see what you do.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Gonna let it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
Leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Big fella moving. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Cougars have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Let's go!
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And when you get down here inside the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by a field goal over SMU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Looking for a man. It's Kendricks. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Oh, he's got some free. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Pocket breaking down. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, it's the 2nd catch on the drive. That's obviously a massive play for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
Nice job on this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Go to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's ball. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to pass, it's Montmire. Unloads to the right. He's got it. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. BYU right back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Now from inside the red zone. Grabs it in the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. It's complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Come on, set.
Looking downfield, it's Kendricks. Right down the middle. Basic connection. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's shot. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Easy.
Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Kendricks. Got his man in the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. BYU will try to put it deep to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They started this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Get set. Get set.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but even with an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that forward.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Kendricks. The throw to the outside is complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
42 Spiders. Ready.
Wants to throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Cricket.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
He just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Grab to the middle. It's Moncrief. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Kendricks. They're working that left side.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try the run. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Catches it, passes, gets him still on his feet. And he will take it in. Wilson, touchdown, King.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 11 over Nebraska. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, this defense was ready for go marks. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Makes the grab. He's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Looking for a man, it's Buckfire. Gets it out fast. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hand off from the gun. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
29 Philly.
To the air, it's Kendricks. Quickly complete. Turns it away midfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Sets up the screen. Cuts the Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. They go to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Wants to throw. It's Buckmeyer. Fires to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to SMU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This will test them. You just gave up the game-tying interception, and now it's on you to try to get the lead back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Just a short pass from the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. The snap sets up the throw. Swings it out to the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal. Get them tackled to the ground.
Now on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far to avoid the upset. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Here we go.
To the air. It's Kendricks. Gets it out quickly. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
I like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle of shot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. Inside the... And he's going to roll all the way back. Touchdown, BYU! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play of the drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
To the air, it's Kendricks. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack.
Easy.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
The defense obviously at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
How good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line.
Come on, set.
Give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Pollard could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent.